Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoons sometimes. And today in this video, I'm going to talk about my top 5 knitting gadgets that I don't think are necessary to buy for knitting or crocheting. These are gadgets that I personally don't think you need. Some of them might be cheaply made and you're wasting your money even though it was cheap. So just a quick disclaimer, if you guys have bought any of these products and you love them, that's totally fine. These are things that I personally don't think are necessary due to the fact that I have other alternatives. And I'll show you what these things look like on my phone. And funny story, I actually tried to make this video last night, but because I had trouble inserting pictures while editing, it didn't work out. So I'm just going to film this on my tablet and I'll show you guys pictures of what this stuff looks like so you know what I'm talking about. And like I said in the video before, my disclaimer was that if you guys have tried any of these products and you like them for knitting and crocheting, good for you. I just personally wouldn't buy these things just because I think maybe they're cheaply made or they're just not going to be used as much. So I'm going to get started and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Number 1 on my list has to be yarn bowls. So this is what a yarn bowl looks like. So as you can see, give me 1 second. Sorry, my friend texted me. So this is what a yarn bowl looks like. It's got like a little hole right there where you can feed your yarn through. So the reason why I don't think these are necessary, because I've used yarn bowls before and they don't work for me when I've tried them, and I just don't really enjoy them. Excuse me, that was my phone. I apologize, my friend was texting me and it came up when I was showing the picture. Anyway, so I don't think yarn bowls are necessary just because they can be expensive. And then for me, I personally don't use them as much as I probably should. And it's just, they're not very easy for me to use in my opinion, just because I've tried using yarn bowls and I feel like my yarn just gets stuck when I pull it through the yarn holder. I personally just like keeping my yarn just next to me while I'm knitting, not in a bowl, because I worry about the bowl falling off the couch and breaking, or maybe my dog might knock it off. So I personally just don't think yarn bowls are necessary for crocheting or knitting. Number 2 on my list would have to be crochet hook cushions. So these are what crochet hook cushions look like. There's different models of them. So basically what they are is they're cushions that go around your hook, and I personally am not a huge fan of how they feel when I hold the crochet hook. I prefer just holding the metal crochet hook by itself and not the cushions. I feel like they just feel weird in my hands, and I personally am just not a huge fan of them. I mean, I know like my Clover More crochet hook has like a thing that has like a cushion that doesn't come off. That doesn't bother me too much, but if I use crochet hook cushion grips, they just feel kind of weird and stuff. So I don't think I would buy like any crochet hook cushions just because I've been used to crocheting without a cushion. And I just don't think it's necessary because I personally don't mind the feeling of a metal crochet hook in my hand. Number 3 on my list would have to be blocking boards. So this is what a blocking board looks like. So basically you can put your crochet or knitting project on it, and then you can pin it down so you can wet block your crochet or knitting project or steam block it and stuff. So personally, I just don't really think this is necessary in my opinion, only just because I have a better alternative by just using a towel and pinning it to a towel rather than a blocking board. And I think that's what a lot of people seem to do, is just wet block with a towel and stuff, and I just pin my stuff to a towel, and I think this would probably take up too much space, and I just don't think it's necessary because I personally just have a better method of just pinning it to a towel than just using a blocking board. Number 4 on my list would have to be a yarn holder. This is what a yarn holder looks like. It basically, you put your skein of yarn, or let's just say cake of yarn on it, and it helps keep your yarn in one place. I personally wouldn't buy this just because I personally like keeping my yarn right next to me while I'm knitting, and I think it's just much easier in my opinion. Like I said, I've tried using yarn bowls. They just don't work for me because the yarn gets stuck, and that's what I'm afraid of using these for, is I'm afraid the yarn is going to get stuck, and I just don't think it's just necessary for knitting or crocheting. I mean, you could try it if you want, but I personally wouldn't try it just because I just don't want my yarn to get stuck. Number 5 on my list would have to be light up crochet hooks and knitting needles. So if you can see that, this is what light up crochet hooks look like. And these are what light up knitting needles look like. So personally, I wouldn't buy those either, just because I've seen people use lighted crochet hooks, and I feel like they look cheaply made, and I don't think that the plastic would be very sturdy. I'm sure if you guys seen like the light up necklaces, the plastic isn't very sturdy. So I personally just wouldn't use those. And I just don't think the material would be worth knitting or crocheting with, just because it might wear down quickly. So that's just personally my opinion. I personally prefer the Susan Bates metal ones, or the Boyer needles, metal needles. I prefer metal needles over to plastic needles, just because I find that they're easier to work with and they don't wear out as much as plastic or metal do. That's just personally my opinion. So those are my top 5 knitting or crochet gadgets I don't think are necessary. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoons sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!